What's up, everybody? Sorry, I was adding spells. Ah. Okay, we can do this. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. The water is fine. Welcome to the Unbroken Vale, New Orleans, as I get us set up with that. And get the dice roller set back up. Okay, hi. Okay, I swear I will have my life together. It is not this day. Um, uh, um, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us tonight as we gear up for some portal hopping good time here on Indigo Chameleon. I love you all. Please, I need your love and your affection and your kind words. It gives me strength. We've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We have a Discord. You can find cool people on that Discord. A lot of these wonderful people that you see on the screen in front of you. We also have a merch store. You can get cool stuff from the merch store, like t-shirts and shower curtains and coffee mugs and all sorts of stuff that has the logo of our non-binary serpent god, Karma. So it's really cool. Eventually, it's a fine goal. Chef Aladeth, I love you. Yes, we always aim for eventually. Upcoming schedule for this week. Tonight is Unbroken Vale, New Orleans. Tomorrow night, we go to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight Carnival as we have started exploring the darker side of the carnival. Last week, we saw the leaving of one of our party mates who's gotten a real life job that's sort of taking them away. But this week, we get a new party member. So join us. Our good friend Alex is returning back to the channel, and we are super beyond excited to welcome them back. So tune in for that tomorrow. On Sunday is the ultimate finale of Strahd Sucks. Everything has been building to this epic moment of vampire versus peanut allergy, because the DM, making a joke at one point, established that Strahd had a peanut allergy. So one of our players, who I will not name, spent the entire last episode shelling peanuts. Yes, Meowdeth.
Either the sun sword or peanut oil. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's a sun sword?
So watch me try to figure out if an EpiPen is a bonus action on Sunday's episode. Here's a hint. It's not. It's a reaction. For anyone that's ever used an EpiPen, it's definitely the strongest of reactions. So join us for that. And it's gonna be weird. And then next week we continue on with the Unbroken Vale, New Orleans, and our pirated adventure that was yesterday got moved to next Tuesday. So we're going to be doing our continuation of the pirated adventure, but you can tune in for that sporadically throughout the summer. Stay tuned to the Discord for the latest and greatest and upcoming schedules. Mace has a really cool one-shot coming down soon that I'm giddily excited to be able to play with Icky V, and I'm going to be creating my first oh gosh, what is the subclass called? Purple Dragon? Purple Knight?
Purple Nurple?
Purple Nurple. That's
Sorry.
it. No, it's a fighter subclass. Purple Dragon Knight, I think, is the fighter subclass. But it's very interesting. They got all sorts of cool little effects. Not only are we doing cool stuff, but we got other folks that are doing cool stuff, like Play by Post and working on their own stuff. People like Icky V. Where can people check out the cool stuff you do?
Right now, you can check me out on Discord. You can find me on the Indigo Chameleon Discord. Just message me there and I'll get you where you need to go. But our brand new Play by Post is open and ready for cyberpunk goodness. So I'm really excited about that. If you were here last week, I read out the premise. But basically, you're in Rindhaven, one of the last bastion cities in what was once old Las Vegas, considered post North America limbo. So hope to see you there.
Have I been collecting bottle caps? Yes, I have. Just in case. You never know. Please.
Nice reference.
Come play. Because I'm going to be there. It's going to be a great time too. That's all we got going on. Like I said, stay tuned to the latest and greatest for when streamers get back into the thick of things. We'll be sure to advertise. Heroes. when last we left, you guys, oh boy, you all had traveled to Barovia to save your good bud Zach. Zach, who had pulled the most unfortunate card from the deck of many things, in the most hilarious fashion imaginable, found himself transported to Barovia. It was sweeps week, so we had a rogue sort of take his place, played by David Hyde Pierce. And it was a great time. However, Zach has been rescued, much to the happiness of everyone here. Along the way, they have actually found a couple of weird characters, including a 10-year-old tiefling, somewhat chaotic in nature, but aren't all 10-year-olds, known as Afiria. Afiria graciously agreed to help the party as a favor to Sprite, the turtle that likes to surf and does a California accent that is no way affiliated with any popular animated movie whatsoever. And so after doing some work for Sprite and helping out, the group managed to find passage back to the material plane and to the temple where last they left and walked through the portal. So heroes, you all find yourselves back in the Temple of Gozer. However, things are not exactly how you left it. Before you were pulled out in the thick of the battle, time being sort of frozen in place. However, the scene that you enter into is a little bit different. Where once was this cavernous sort of ceiling, you having to travel through this sort of intricate cave system below the city. Somebody, for lack of a better phrasing, blew the roof off this sucker. The air is open. You see the night sky, and you hear the sounds of chaos coming from your beloved, beautiful Big Easy. You can see the stars above you. It's about a 30-foot rise from where you are on the ground to the night sky above. The giant throne that was once there is cracked in half, where Gozer once stood in their rainbow bright form. All of you see various scenes of carnage and arcana spread all throughout this wide throne room as you find yourselves back in this space. Zach, it's a little confusing to you as you don't remember this space at all. But I will say throughout the missions, the running the errands and things of that sort, people kind of filled you in a little bit about what may have happened. Heroes, this is what you have come across. What would you like to do?
Okay, so are we like in a pit type thing? Or
you still have the entrance back through the cave system. There was a door that sort of led you into this space, and should you choose, you could make your way past the slime blocks and things of that sort. It's not a pit. It's more of like an open stadium. You know what I mean? Because the space is so large.
Noah's good on this.
Yeah,
Noah knows how this works.
I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
But this is what you see before you in terms of the sheer devastation as the roof has literally, the stone ground has been ripped up for some reason.
Oh.
And so the only way out is either up or back through the way we came?
Yeah, actually, Zach, give me an investigation check, bud. Zach, you immediately, you're even though you don't have a heartbeat, the hair on the back of your neck stands up at attention, and you're
That's
like,
a nat 20.
Nat 20. You start looking around the space, okay? So you do discover there's 2 points of egress, okay? The same way that the rest of the party came in, you see this sort of entrance that leads you down. You don't know this, but there's demon dogs back this way. There's slime and things of that sort. There's all sorts of goodies that you're going to have to make it through. 2, there's also this hole in the ceiling. With a nat 20, I'll give you this. You don't know what happened here, but in studying the room and looking about the space, you see tactical ladders that are still attached to the hole blown in the ceiling, and various what looks to be rappelling ropes that have been dropped from the hole in the ceiling at certain points, spread throughout the edges of the room down to the ground. Something happened here, and it feels like you're coming in Act 3 super confused as to what exactly you're seeing. But something went down in this space, which would explain the random stains and scorch marks and bits of blood and all of these things that are kind of spread all throughout the room. While Zach is doing this, is anybody doing anything else?
Do you want me to fly up and peek out? I mean, I don't exactly know what I'm looking at because I've never seen this place before, but I can tell you what I see.
It sounds like there's a lot of things going on up above that we don't know. I'm happy to climb up some of these ropes or the ladders to see, get a good view along with you. Just kind of see what we got going on.
Looking around, it looks like something's gone down here. Is there anybody looking like they need assistance? Or are we...
I will say this. You don't find bodies. You do find parts. So unless you've got like the regeneration thing, and the parts are sparingly. But I'll say the Zach with that nat 20 will share any information here. But I can give you, if you want to, you can give me an insight check as to figure out what exactly went down in this space. Noah.
I'll take an insight because I'm so good at them.
And Zach would relay the info at a very PG to G rating.
Yeah.
For our
Period. That's going to be a 9.
What was the thing that was set in place here so that people who don't look human
The veil.
look human? So I'm automatically just looking human-y,
Okay.
even though I do it to other people?
This is a great moment.
That's a good question.
That is a great question, because normally individuals that look like Etheria, when they're placed here in this space, like a veil sort of comes over them, and you can see, at least those of you that have pierced the veil, the faint shimmering that takes place, but still see through it. Etheria does not have that shimmer to them. Etheria is a demon girl. And beclad in whatever sort of armor and magical items that Etheria has on their person, Etheria is very much a tiefling demon girl. It is at this moment, I think, where a couple of things happen all at once. Exo, your phone goes off. As if you've been on an airplane, you landed at MCO and you took it off airplane mode, and somebody was like, boop, 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 boop. Like it's just notification after notification after notification.
Yep.
And as your phone starts going crazy. In fact, I think all of your phones start blowing up as Etheria, the pixies in everybody's pockets start screaming at them. As you have no idea why they're beeping and why they're whistling and why they're receiving all of these messages on their phone.
So, real quick, because I remember that where Exo goes, power returns, I need to ask you if anything is powered around us other than just our personal devices.
Give me... Ooh, this is good. Give me a perception check.
Oh God, why did I touch it on the desktop? Oh no.
Oh,
it's
no.
always so slow.
Our table.
Okay. It's broken.
It's broken.
That's a 29 perception, please.
29 perception. I'll give you this, Exo. You look across the room and you just see out of the corner of your eye somebody else's, like another cell phone that's way out of the normal range for you. Like the half of the arm is still holding the cell phone as if it's like the fingers are just sort of gripping it, and things of that sort. And it's across the room, but it's out of the range that what you've come into to believe is working. To lead you to believe that power has been restored in some sort of capacity. But right now you are currently in an underground cave with just stars up above you.
Perfect. It's all I've ever wanted in life.
Okay.
And then the other thing was because of some situation, EXO was able to determine the faction that was most powerful in the area just by being in the area. And I think that
Correct.
had to do with Al, and I can't remember why though.
With
I'm wondering.
with access to your phone, you are able to determine exactly who is in charge of a given area.
Awesome.
You grab your phone, and as you do, you feel your connection to Al, the AI, kick in, and immediately there are no factions. There are no dividing lines. There is no push and pull. Um, uh, there is only the association. There is only the
You just cut out completely, unless you're not making any noise.
me.
I heard you.
Did I mute
Oh
it?
man, did I just turn out?
Did you turn down for what?
I don't know what just happened. All I could see were your lips moving.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good.
Triggered. I'm so triggered.
You guys are such nerds. I love it. Yeah, the only one, the only place available is the foundation, the overarching sort of group that you were somewhat familiar with and that you all have interacted with.
Okay.
That is the only current reigning power over the city of New Orleans at the moment.
I will convey that. And unfortunately, since I don't meta recall how I got that ability, I'll just let them know that it looks like according to my special magic phone.
You have a map that shows you the different, and we tied the
Fantastic.
map
Thank
in
you.
your phone to your
Oh, that's
background,
right. Thank you.
your background feature, basically.
Perfect.
Now, just as a reminder for us players, the Foundation, that's not the guys who are like Warlock for Hire? Or is
Warlock
that the
for
Warlock
hire.
Okay.
The patrons, the basically, if you need power, the foundation will help. This is the sick kids area. This is the Johnny, who you guys sat down. It is also the place that Martin promised he would take care of them, which explains a lot because as you look through the space, Martin is not here. You all stepped through the portal. You all made your way in. You started studying the space. You were prepped for battle. And as you look, Martin is not here at the moment.
So it sounds like we've got a couple courses of options. 1, figure out what happened to Dozer. 2, head to the Foundation, see if Martin's there. Or 3, peace out of New Orleans.
What's really good for me is Gozer is the guy,
Whatever.
but Dozer is the guy from Fraggle Rock, because they're called dozers, and I immediately thought of like a giant demon, like it's me, the dozer, like as you just, it's very good. It's very very good for me.
Who looks different to me right now? Would any of them look different to me or have that shiny shimmery thing? I'm just trying to justify, because I think Afuria's done enough portal jumping that she would probably ask if she needs to disguise herself.
Okay, yeah, you don't see any of them shining, shimmering, splendid.
Okay.
They look as they did in Barovia.
Okay. All right.
I can show you the world. Let's start climbing the ropes here. Sorry, you started
Okay,
it.
before I fly up there though, am I gonna stand out like a sore thumb here?
Yeah, it's more going to be like a little demon girl with horns than a sore thumb, but
Well,
they're
there's
gonna
like
see
the
you.
Krakening before we left.
The
Stop talking,
Krakening.
all of you. I think that right now it's more important to stop what's happening here with the portals than worry about your horns.
Oh, I've done a costume thing before where I just kind of make it look like it's a costume, and most people buy it. It's fine. But if we need to, I'll do that.
Let's just go find this
Portal.
right.
Noah, Zach, Exo, Sabrina, Afiria, you don't need to make one because you have Red Bull, and Red Bull gives you wings. I need every one of you to give me athletics checks to climb the ropes and the ladders that are on the side. It is a low DC because these ladders are very secure. But I know that some of you don't have the greatest strength in the world. So that's just going to determine how quickly you are able to fly up to the lip of this. Cool. Exo's last. Great. Noah whiffed it on the strength.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Sabrina beats everybody at gym class. Okay, so Sabrina, as you're saying this, you're already halfway up the rope. You're like, let's go. We need to discover. As you all begin to climb up, the view that you are treated to is this unmitigated destruction that has happened over your beautiful, beautiful city. As you climb up to the lip of this destroyed sort of massive hole in the ground, you look up and see that scattered throughout the entirety of the city are these oval portals, purple, shimmering, shining, splendid portals that are just scattered all throughout the city. The scene before you is terrifying and chaotic. Individuals are running throughout the streets. There's random fires. You see creatures that you have never seen before roaming the streets. At one point, a group of individuals is running away from something chasing them, and a tentacle opens up from a portal that's hanging above their heads, grabs the creature, and pulls it back into the portal. All of this is one thing. At the center of this mass, of this city, is the giant building dedicated to the Foundation, where at the very top, you see the form of Rainbow Bright, surrounded in gold chains that radiate magical energy, with this creature screaming into the night air. All four chains are connected around a manacle secured around the god's neck, and put at 4 points of the building. Okay, the 4 corners of this rooftop.
I was thinking Flavor Flav. I'm sorry. Gold chains. Thank you.
This is what you see before you.
Rainbow Bright obviously is not enjoying the chains.
Rainbow Bright is screaming out in a mixture of pain and anger and things of that sort as they are chained to the rooftop of this building.
Are we going to help?
That is not what we are helping. We're stopping that.
Wait,
that's
the bad
deal.
guy?
Yeah. It's a long story.
Exo, what is your ringtone for Martin?
Just the two of us.
Great. I would have accepted that or the Martin show. Martin. Yeah. Okay. Your phone goes off, and with Martin's ringtone.
Go for something funny I can't think of right now.
Hi, so sorry. I don't have time for this. I just had to sneak away. I told him I had to go use the bathroom really quick. I'm in the Foundation building right now because what's-his-name summoned me because he was dead on the ground. So supposedly they have an elder god chained to the rooftop where they're doing some sort of like massive ritual, and I need you guys to come and get me because I have power and I've tried hugging it and it's not working. So I am all out of options here, people. I need you to make your way to me here because whatever's going on, it's happening right now and it's happening on this rooftop. Okay.
Martin, what did you hug? The tentacle again?
No, I tried hugging Johnny, the guy that I was supposed to heal.
The dead guy. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but so I need you to come here now because there's some sort of thing going on. He's either trying to take power or there's a boom, boom, boom. And it's like, in a minute. I just need you guys to come here, okay? Please?
We're on our way.
To the
Okay.
bathroom? Or, like, do you have another location that you're at? Or are we finding you in the bathroom?
The
Or...
foundation. We're going to the foundation.
Is there an adult I could talk to?
I'm right here, Martin.
Oh, good. The group mom. Group mom, get everybody here to the building, okay?
Working on it.
Okay, I gotta go. And I'm finishing up now. Who wants a hug? Click. The phone hangs
Wash
up.
your hands, you heathen.
Heroes.
Coming from XO, that is a
See, there's a difference between Dorito fingers and... Never mind. No.
Exo's like, wash your hands, heathen, as she takes the chip bag off of her head and puts it down on the ground.
What are you going to do?
Heroes, you have probably a little over 3 miles, okay, to traverse, okay? Spread throughout that 3 miles are random encounters and portals that open up into different planes of existence, unlike the planes that you are familiar with. From what you can tell, something is happening on this building that's causing the fabric, the veil, not only to this world, but the veil to all worlds, to thin, break, and tear. All right?
I don't know what's going on really, guys, but I know where the building's at and what's her name sitting on it.
Right.
So
DM question?
Yeah, what's up?
Does Sabrina feel different? Because does she know that she's been touched by an undead? Like...
Man, that was my least favorite WGN show. Yes. Right after Touched by an Angel, Touched by an Undead, not nearly as possible, or as popular. Yeah, you do. You do. There is an unspoken bond between the two of you at this point that it doesn't necessarily contradict who you follow. But
Right.
more of a subleasing sort of arrangement right now. You didn't understand why until I think right this second. New Orleans has become the center of the multiverse for a time. All right. There is a lot of danger inherent with that, but for the right individual, for the intelligent individual, for the manipulative individual, there is a lot of power in that as well. And if you were a god looking to traverse the multiverse, you would want to be at the center of that fight.
Right. Okay.
Before we get in,
also-
okay. Good.
Also, I sent you a picture on Discord just to make sure that that's what my packed weapon can look like.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. That's the effect that it'll have when I do the thingy. But okay. All right, go ahead, Ophelia. You're good.
Oh, before we go anywhere, I would like to, just not knowing what we're going to be facing out there, I would like to give a little mini motivational speech. Because I'm great at those. It's so helpful.
Sure.
Because I figure it's an hour. It works for an hour and we're 3 miles away. That's about an hour. I mean, assuming we don't ever stop for anything. So anyway, okay, so I look over and I say, listen, I don't know where we are. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what that thing is up on the roof. But hey, I know we can do it together and we're going to be amazing. And also, if we check out the portals, I promise to let people know before I go through one. Also, we can use a rope. Yay! So anyway, motivational speech is 1 hour. It is you get 5 temporary hit points. You'll have advantage on any wisdom saving throws, and if you get hit by an attack, you will have advantage on the next. Wait, if you are hit by an attack, you get advantage on the next attack roll you make.
I'm sorry, did I hear temporary hit points?
5.
5, thank you.
So this is not the Mamma Jamma like feat. This is a first or second level spell.
This is a 3rd level spell.
This effect does not stay with you. Once you lose the 5 temporary hit points, those advantage on wisdom saves and things of that sort, that all fades away. Okay? This is not something that stays with you in perpetuity. Does that make sense? Furious magic seems to envelop around all of you with that last yay. And you all feel emboldened by this small tiefling that has quickly flown into your hearts. That being said, heroes, if you are going to cast anything upon yourself or do anything along those lines, now would be the time to do it.
As a group, do we want to go there as quickly as we can or as quietly as we can?
Quickly.
Yeah, I don't know that quiet's really going to work here.
All right.
I love Martin dearly, but Martin tends to stick his fingers where they don't belong and his hugs. So I feel like if we get to him as quick as possible, that would be the best outcome for all of us.
About
All right.
about how dark is it outside?
It's night. The street lamps are all on. The ambient light from businesses are all on. So as dark as the city of New Orleans gets, but with all of those lights sort of turned on with random fires sort of illuminating, there's more shadows and things of that sort going on. You are not going to be completely blind in this, but it is going to be difficult sort of maneuvering through all of it.
Good deal. Thank you.
I established I'm doing mage armor before we go through.
Mage armor. Okay. Anybody else casting anything upon themselves?
The same. Yes, the same.
Okay. You. Some people look like they're very, very concerned and looking at spells.
We had our good rangers thinking about casting Pass Without a Trace.
But it requires stealth. And stealth, you've got to move slower than normal.
You are at half movement when you are moving stealthy, because this is a valid point, though. Is the point of this to get there as quickly as possible, or is the point of there not to be detected from some of the beasts and creatures that you see moving throughout the space? So that's always the trade-off here. If you're moving normally, you're moving at double the speed that you would be trying to slink from shadow to shadow, paying attention to footfalls and things of that sort.
So I think we're going to go for speed over stealth.
Okay. There is a moment where everybody just sort of like collectively has this conversation and looks to each other. Exo and Etheria are covered in this shimmering light that manifests over them as if it was armor.
Before we leave, I also want to give Etheria something, because I don't know this child, but this child needs googly eyes.
She could have googly eyes if you so choose.
I will bestow 4 of the googles of eyes.
Indigo, I don't think you were here for this. Exo
Vaguely remember hearing it on stream, but I can't remember what they were for.
Okay, the eyes can be placed on a magical inanimate object, activating the awakening spell stored within them. The inanimate object remains alive indefinitely. Okay, so Scribe has modified that. I think it's a minute.
It's a minute.
But what it does, it'll talk to you.
Ooh. And you have to put 2 googly eyes on it, or can you just put 1 eye? Okay, 2 eyes.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to do. Thanks, Scribe.
Thank you. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
Okay, we're so in chaos. We got to do it right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh. Does it have to be any inanimate object? It'll work with any inanimate object. Are there any limitations on it? Just anything inanimate?
Say that question. Does it have to be an inanimate object?
Well,
do you mean, can it be an animate object?
For me. You said inanimate object. I'm good. That's all I need to know. Okay.
Any inanimate object, magical or otherwise. Like, you place the googly eyes on, and it comes to life for a minute. You can ask it questions and talk with it.
Assuming that inanimate object would have to have a solid surface to be able to place it upon.
If you really want me to start throwing rules at you for how this magical item is, I will, and I'll give you way more rules. Like,
Nope. We're good.
okay, all right.
I'm sorry in advance. Question mark?
I'm surprised that she was asking for clarification.
Honestly.
Why not? I don't need any clarification.
Okay. All of you prepare to start running in the direction of the building. This is how we're going to handle things, okay? Occasionally, you all will run past portals. You will occasionally run past creatures. The only dice I need you to have at the ready, all 5 of you, is your D100, okay? If you can have physical dice, that's great. If you can roll it in the app quickly, that's great too. So let's actually start with you, Sabrina. Sabrina, the group begins to run through the city streets. Like I said, it's screaming, it's utter bedlam and things of that sort. Off to your left, beside probably half of a car which seemingly drove through the portal, you pass one right there. Okay. As you get ready to pass through the portal and things of that sort, Sabrina, you take one look just as a golden spear comes flying out. It's 4 or 5 of them. It's a foom, 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 that come flying out at the party. I will say that you have enough wherewithal to stop them, but Sabrina, I'm going to need dexterity saving throws. I'm going to need 2 from you to signify these spears like running out and slamming into you.
First one's a 19.
Okay.
Second one's a 23.
Okay, one goes past the shoulder. Boom. The other one, you watch as Sabrina does the tiptoe thing, like stopping. And this one, you manage to twist around completely. The 2 spears slam into the wall in front of you. And as everyone stops and looks up, you then see the golden tethers attached to the 2 ends of the spears go completely taut as pressure begins to build, and the entire front wall of the building next to you all begins to fall forward as whatever these spears hit is now being pulled back through the portal. Heroes, what would you like to do in this situation? You can either do a simple acrobatics check to keep moving past this situation. If you're going to do anything fancy beyond that, I need to know. You have time to do one action here.
Tuck and roll.
Okay. Give me either a dex save or acrobatics, depending on which one is higher.
Can I take a minus to my acrobatics to grab someone else on my way out?
Absolutely, you can. Give me a... I'll say this, Zach, however you want to do this, however much of a minus you take to your acrobatics, that is what you will add to somebody else's roll. So if you take a -5, you can add a +5 to someone's roll here.
I will take a -7 and add 7 to, let's go with Etheria.
Okay. Sabrina, you, it was a 23?
21.
21. Yeah, you're perfect. Yeah, you managed to go through. Zach with a
31 minus 7, 24.
24. Yeah, you're good. Noah, 23. All that football training. Well, yeah, you're fine here. Exo with a 2. Okay. And Etheria.
Yeah, it wasn't coming up, but I think it's coming up now. Okay, and this is with a +7 to it as well, right?
Okay, so
it's 15 plus 7 more,
Etheria
right?
gets the 22. Okay. Everybody manages to get through, and as Exo is beginning to join you all, Exo trips, okay? That front wall comes down like this. I'm going to time it because I've always wanted to Charlie Chaplin it. Exo, you scrunch into a little ball as that wall comes down, and you break through the glass window that was at the front of the store. So the whole wall comes down, but you break through. Exo, you still take 9 points of damage, okay? A more pressing matter comes into effect as that wall smashes onto Exo and begins to get pulled toward the portal. that entirety of the wall, pulling Exo with it. Okay, so Exo, the wall is being, and in the wall is being pulled towards the portal.
Are those tethers physical, or are they more
They
ethereal?
are physical. There are 2 of them connected to this building facade.
Do
I
I
would
have
like-
time to do an action?
You do have time to do an action. You are currently grappled by the wall because, you're being held by this. So you can use your action to ungrapple yourself. Basically, it'll be a strength save here to kind of push away from the wall. Or if you have any spells that you could use.
Yeah, I'm looking. Misty Step doesn't get you out of grapple, does it?
Misty Step could get you out of a grapple. Okay.
Are there 2 cables here?
2 cables.
I know that Noah's going right back onto this wall and is attacking one of the cables.
Noah, give me an attack roll. Is anybody attacking the second one?
Yeah, Zach would be shooting it if he thinks that will do anything.
Zach, give me... It is a small cable. I need an attack roll, ranged attack at disadvantage. Because you are aiming for such a small area. Noah, yours is a straight roll.
That's going to be a 15.
Okay. 22 for both. You rolled 211, Zach. Yeah, absolutely. Noah, you bring that cable down. Bring your sunblade down, and it cuts through like butter. Zach, you aim and no scope it, releasing the other cable as a part of the wall is dragged through the portal. All right. For the time being, Exo, you with a little bit of movement are able to get up from the rubble and things of that sort.
I got by with help from my friends.
You are all just standing in the street looking at this portal where those spears came through.
Noah's thinking we need to move, and if Exo's not moving, Noah's helping Exo move.
Hustling. Exo don't want no part of that. Bye.
Cool.
Yeah, Zach would take up the rear, aiming down through the portal until everyone else got past him.
Zach, it does not take long as you're pulling up the rear here for another 6 spears to come shooting out, grabbing anything they can and pulling it back through the portal. Those same tethers there. It's a repeating sort of motion. Okay. Heroes. Let's go with Etheria. Etheria, you turn down a city street, being navigated by these individuals that are there. This portal is cut in the middle of a convenience store. It looks like it manifested right in this aisle, and you see the metal sort of stanchion that was once holding food cut completely in half.
You wanted the D100, right?
Yeah.
Roll the 7.
Okay. This thing that's cut in half looks to be a baked good section. So there are cookies and cupcakes and all sorts of cake all over the ground in front of this portal.
I would like to snag some of those.
Yeah.
Can I snag them from the side of the portal without standing directly in front of the portal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the ones on top of the other cookies, because I wouldn't want ground cookies. If they're sitting on top of another cookie, it's safety.
There's a ton of them. How many do you want to grab?
Let me roll a D20 for how many I can pick up in 6 seconds. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's like
I picked
D&D
up.
Supermarket Sweep.
Oh, I only picked up 3. Okay, I picked up 3, but they were big, really big cookies.
Tell me how big. Show me.
They are like this big.
Like the
They're
black
like
and
those
white?
big ones. Yeah, those like big ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are
I
running.
went for quality over quantity.
You're running past the 7-Eleven, and as you look, you see Etheria be like, "Ooh, piece of candy," and immediately, like, sort of go over towards where this portal is. Staying to the side of it, she picks up these 3 gigantic cookies. They're probably as big as her head, and looks back and smiles at the group as all 3 cookies open their eyes. And immediately 2 jump for her face, and 1 jumps for her arm. As the
I'm so glad you didn't get 19 of these.
as you have rolled the plane of
Flavor.
mimicry. This is where all mimics seem to come from. And so the god of mimics and doppelgangers, literally everything here is a mimic. So as that happens, Etheria, 3 attack rolls on you. A 25 to hit.
Yep.
A 20 to hit.
Yep.
And then a 15 to hit.
No.
Okay. One of them she manages to hold in her hand and it's stopping it from eating it. The other 2 take huge chunks out of her shoulder. Like these things are biting into her and she's screaming. 2 chocolate chip. 1 chocolate chip, 1 black and white cookie, and 1 oatmeal raisin. She's holding the oatmeal raisin at bay, but the black and white and the chocolate chip are like carving into her. Heroes, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Beans.
Okay. 20 to 25. 20 to 15.
16.
Oh wait, yes.
15.
19.
Zach.
Affy.
Affy.
Yeah.
Exo.
Thanks, Sabrina.
15 to 10?
You're welcome.
10 to 5?
Oh.
6.
Noah, followed by Sabrina.
With a 4.
With a 4.
All right. The mimics.
I tripped.
The mimics are going after Affy. Okay. Zach, you're up, buddy. Etheria is holding these things. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to say this. You want to aim for the sweet spot here. If you roll too high to hit,
Out.
you're welcome. If you roll too high to hit, the arrow is going to pierce through the cookie and damage Etheria. If you roll too low, it's going to miss. Does that make sense? I will say anything over 22 hits Etheria as well.
Yep. How far away is Etheria from me?
I would say all of you are very close. I'll say that Etheria darted off into the 7-Eleven, and there is a... You are all 10 feet away outside where that huge hole in the 7-Eleven is.
Now, with I have the crossbow expert trait, which doesn't impose any disadvantage when I'm within 5 feet. Is there any way I can maneuver to make a clean shot away? Get basically behind Etheria, reach over her shoulder, boom, boom.
I will say this. They're attached to her shoulder. Okay, they are on her. The only thing that I would allow is this. She's holding one up that's trying to eat her face. I will say you can put 2 in the one she's holding up, but if you whiff this, if you do too well, it's at her face. But there's less of a chance for you hitting her, but she's holding it up like this, kind of holding it back.
Now I hate to be a stickler, because my magic weapon states that the ammunition created by the bow vanishes the instant after a hit or miss.
Okay.
Since it would technically hit the cookie first.
All right. Okay.
Sometimes we love a role player. Sometimes.
But I leave this to your discretion.
How about this? I will agree to this. I'll take away the rolling too high. If you get a 5 or below, you miss the cookie completely and hit one of the vital spots of this individual. Because
now, is this a natural 5, or is this with his bonuses, which are probably
this is a
10?
natural 5,
natural
4,
5.
3, 2, or 1.
Okay.
Because you are really good at killing things. You are not so good when they are attached to the person. This is a first for you.
Right.
But I will take away the mega damage one.
Well, I appreciate that. We're gonna go for it. we're gonna go for it. I'm trusting the dice
Ophelia,
tonight.
you see one of your new friends be like, hold still.
Can't be the first time this has happened.
All right, so that's a 19 on the die.
19 hits.
That's the second one's a 15 on the die. Okay, we're good.
Okay, you're good. You're fine. What are we aiming for? There's 3 of them.
We're aiming for the 2 attached.
Okay. You manage to curve the arrow so it barely hits and then just disappears in a flash of light. I need damage for both, please.
The first one will take 9 plus 15 plus another 3. So 18. 27 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second will take 11.
Chocolate cookie looks like it's feeling crummy. Okay. The black and white cookie is still looking very hearty. And the oatmeal raisin is ferocious. All right. Cool. Ophelia.
You just stole my pun that I had already.
That's really what Wednesday nights are about, right? That's really what Wednesday nights are about.
I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You just gotta get used to it.
You know what?
Ophelia, there's plenty of jokes. You can milk this. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, so I would like to cast level 1 Bane on the 3 cookies.
Does Bane have somatic components?
It does, however, I know that my hands are occupied. I thought it was biting me at the shoulder. Oh, because I'm holding on to it?
You have 2 shoulder pads, and you've got 1 cookie that you're holding at bay.
However, I can use 1 sorcery point with my meta magic to cast it as a subtle spell without any somatic or verbal components.
Absolutely, you can.
So I'm actually going to use 1 sorcery point of meta magic to cast it as a subtle spell.
Okay.
So that and while I'm on this screen, I'm also going to be using 2 sorcery points for a quicken spell, so I can get in a cantrip at the end of that. But with Bane, hello, go back to spells. Okay, so that means that those 3 creatures, they have to make a charisma save of 17. I'm hoping that cookie mimics don't have a lot of charisma.
They do not.
No, they're super sweet.
Hmm?
I don't know, but they're pretty sweet.
So yeah, charisma save of 17.
They fail.
Okay. So any time they make an attack roll or a saving throw, they're going to have to roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack or saving throw for the next minute.
Got it.
Those other 2 sorcery points for the bonus action, actually verbal somatic, I may not be able to. Oh, I can do verbal. Okay. So then I'm also going to bonus action the cantrip Vicious Mockery at the cookie that's in my hands.
Okay.
See, that's why I'm getting my puns.
Delicious mockery?
Sorry?
Delicious mockery.
Delicious Mockery.
First created by the wizard Famous Amos.
Oh, it's an oatmeal cookie, right?
It is an oatmeal cookie.
Yeah, it's oatmeal raisin one.
You're the raisin. I don't like oatmeal cookies.
What is the save on Vicious Mockery?
Okay.
I think that's an automatic failure on the cookies part.
Or at least a disadvantage.
It's a wisdom save of 17.
I will make it at disadvantage because the pun was good. It fails, and 1 lone tear comes forth from its oatmeal raisin eye.
All right, it's 3d4, so it's 9 points of Vicious Mockery damage.
Got it.
And
how could you possibly do anything else in this turn?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just reminding you that it's going to have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
On the next attack roll,
plus a negative d4. Yes. Okay, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay, that is Ophelia's turn. It is the mimic's turn. The 2 on her shoulder are going to. What do they want to do? Okay. The 2 on her shoulder will clamp down, and they are going to collectively start stretching their body back towards the portal. You see the form of the cookies leave her shoulder, and they kind of straighten out and form these tendrils as the tendrils start trying to reach and pull Etheria towards the portal. Etheria, because you cast Bane on them, I'm going to do contested strength checks with you.
Yeah.
So this is going to be you versus them. All you have to do is beat either the black and white cookie or the chocolate chip.
This is on a saving throw, correct?
Correct. The oatmeal raisin is just going to make an attack. So that's an 8. Oh, that's an 8 for 1. Give me the D4 to subtract from this.
Oh, okay.
You need anything above a 1 here.
Is this a saving throw?
It is.
I rolled a 1.
Is she within 10 feet of me?
She is within 10 feet of you.
She gets +3.
Okay, so she's at a 10. Okay.
Okay.
Then the second cookie. Ooh, the second cookie it's not going to matter. The second cookie is going to just sort of like pull Epheria's shoulder. Etheria halfway goes, kind of gets backed up towards the portal where like this cookie's trying to pull her shoulder into the portal. She gets about halfway through. The other cookie is going to try to take a bite out of you. Give me another D4, Etheria.
Okay. Bam. That is a. Apparently, I'm only rolling
16 minus 1, so a 15. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Okay. The other cookie tries to bite at you, but it is not finding any sort of purchase. Etheria has been dragged halfway to the portal. Her shoulder is touching it. That is the Mimic's turn. Exo. You're muted, my dear.
Exo just realized that the spell she was going to use was a homebrew. So, may I hold my turn to the end of the round?
You can hold your turn to the end of the round. Noah, you're up, buddy.
Noah's running in is going to grapple Etheria.
Okay. Noah, you kind of scoot down and poof, you do a grapple. I'm going to say Etheria probably wouldn't fight this because she's fighting off mimics at the time. So you use your action to grapple Etheria.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Compelled Duel on the raisin oatmeal cookie.
Okay.
Wolf's out here raising hell.
What is the save on?
It's a Wisdom 15.
It fails. The oatmeal raisin cookie stops struggling at Etheria and turns around completely to stare at you. As Noah, okay. Because you know what? I did this in Strahd. Noah, there's an off chance right now that you have a raisin allergy. It's a pretty common thing. So I need to roll a D100 for me. On a 5 or below, you have an undiagnosed raisin allergy.
How about an 11?
Okay, you're good. You're good. It's fine. The mimic turns around to look at you as if it is preparing for the duel.
Do I get a second attack, or is that?
You did not take an attack. You get a second attack.
I didn't know if the grapple was counted as an attack or not.
No, because it's not really an attack at Etheria. Like I would feel like it's more of a So,
I was just gonna try to take a bite out of the cookie because it was.
Tell you what, pal. If you want to do it, I will let you try to take a bite out of the cookie. Give me a straight up offhand attack.
Offhand or unarmed strike?
Either one.
It doesn't really matter either. I mean, that's gonna be an 18.
Okay, Noah, you come forward and you go, and you guys watch as Noah bites into an organic creature that only looks like an oatmeal raisin cookie. As you bite down, give me damage for your unarmed strike.
It's It's 6 is what the damage is.
Okay. You take a chunk out of this, and blood flies everywhere. Slime and ichor, it covers Etheria, it covers Noah as Noah pulls his mouth back, and this thing is just screaming as Noah takes a bite out, and it is the second worst oatmeal raisin cookie you have ever had in your life.
If it helps, I was going to do the same thing before it tried to eat my face. So,
Do you whisper that to him?
yes.
Yeah. Sabrina, this is the scene unfolding before you.
I know. I love the second worth. Beth with an E.
I'm surrounded by idiots. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast because I have 3 of them now.
You do have 3 Eldritch Blast. Where are you aiming them?
Well, I would like to hit the one that's screaming because I never wanted to hear a cookie scream in my entire life.
That's fair. I'm giving
so
you
that's
the
where we're gonna
same
start.
thing I gave to Zach. If you whiff this, if it's a 5 or below, you're gonna hit Affy, and she's close to that portal.
Now, is this the one that I'm biting?
This is the one that you're biting.
I'm just curious, would she know that any attack on this breaks my spell? If she would know that. I don't know if she would know that or not. I have no idea.
I will say, Sabrina, give me a quick Arcana check as a free action.
Okay. No,
No idea.
Nope.
Even though Noah looked at it and was like, "Cookie, you, me, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday." like.
I just want the screaming to stop.
Cool. So they're all 3 aimed at the cookie?
Like a Roman candle, just
Do.
Come on, Sabrina, I need an answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all 3 aimed at the
3
cookie.
attack rolls, please. 20 hits.
That one, 20 hits. I can't see it.
21
hits.
hits. 22 hits. A 20, a 21, and a 22.
very nice.
She really, these cans. Somebody's angry at these cans. Like, she is really angry at this cookie. Okay.
So that's an 11
20
damage.
Okay.
11 damage for the second one,
Okay.
Nice.
Hey,
and 8 damage for the third.
the oatmeal raisin cookie is obliterated. You know what I mean? Like, it is just, after the third hit, the only part of that cookie that's alive is in your mouth that you bit off of it as you bit off this little bit of parasite. As the rest of it is destroyed, Noah, I need a Constitution saving throw.
You'd think I'd be good at these. And I am.
Cool.
That's a nat 20.
Before this thing crawls down your throat looking for purchase, you manage to like chew it, like you're like, nope, get back up. Little piece of grizzle in your mouth, like and manage to stop it from going down your throat. We're getting gross with the monsters tonight, kids.
All I need to know is it fully chewed or is it?
It's fully
is
chewed
it
and you
still
kind of
moving?
spit it out.
Oh, dang it! I hadn't eaten today yet.
Oh,
so-
you could swallow? You can go
I
ahead,
just-
buddy. It's just protein. Like, cool.
It was only the second worst cookie raisin oatmeal cookie I've ever had.
Exo.
Are they eliminated entirely?
No, there were
me-
3 of them. One of them
Okay.
has been killed. 2 of them are
Perfect.
gnawing on Epheria's shoulder, pulling her towards the purple portal behind her. Her shoulder is touching it, but it's not fully like gone through yet.
Okay. I'm going to use a ranged attack. I'm going to cast Frostbite.
Okay. Same rules are in effect here.
yeah.
5 or below. This is going to
Well,
hit Affy.
There's not an attack roll. It's a con 15.
Oh, it's just a con. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do this then. Affy, I need you to roll.
Roll what?
They got an 18 on this save, so but
Okay.
they're baned. So I need you to
Oh,
either.
you need the D4. Got it. Yep.
Ooh.
Here's the D4. It is a. It's a now.
You managed to do it. Yeah, that's just enough. That's all you needed. As that frostbite goes into effect. Which
Perfect. And
one?
as I roll, wait, which one?
The chocolate chip or the black and white cookie?
The pulling shoulder all the way back.
Okay, got it.
And I just want to clarify that my frostbite is an upside down can of spray air.
Love it. I love that for me.
That's
And for
10.
You're cleaning off the cookie dust, aren't you?
You got it. That's 10 cold damage. And would you consider that a failed save because of the bane, or is that a pass save with a modifier?
That's a failed save?
Okay. Just want to double check because now that it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll. So if their teeth are considered weapons.
You don't have to worry about that. Where it is going, it no longer needs it.
Perfect.
As you spray this from your air container over at it, it completely freezes in place and then falls to the ground and crumbles into a bunch of different pieces.
And does Epheria's shoulder get freed from the pull of the portal?
It does. There is still one attached to her shoulder that's just kind of gnawing there, but she is no longer being pulled towards the portal by that creature. Okay, that's the end of this round, correct?
I believe so.
Okay, we go
Yes.
back to the top of the initiative order. Zach.
We're gonna try and get the last cookie.
Yep.
18.
18. Ooh, buddy. That was close.
Oh!
Ooh, that was even closer. Yeah, both hit, but they almost don't. And you watch as you're kind of like, Furious just kind of moving and things of that sort. It's enough. How do you want to do this, Zach?
I mean, is it a tentacle at this point?
Yeah,
This
it's
one?
a tentacle at this point.
We're just gonna go for 2 severing shots.
Phew, phew.
Just,
It is bisected into like 3 separate pieces as you fire, and as everyone finds themselves out of combat in the 7-Eleven as they fall down to the ground.
Claiming dibs on that as my biography. Out of combat in the 7-Eleven.
Out of combat in the 7-Eleven. Yeah. Heroes, you are out of combat. Euphoria, you're a little bit shaken up.
And she's still grappled. Noah has not let her go yet.
Noah has not let you go.
No more cookies today. Okay, we need to go. We need to go.
What damage?
Piercing?
Yeah. Okay. I missed. You rolled for damage? Did you roll for damage on that
Who?
cookie?
For affecting your
Yeah.
shoulder? Yeah,
Yes.
here, I can roll it again though. Hang on.
I'm sorry. Like I thought I put it in there, but I'm still showing it full health, which I shouldn't be. So I don't know what happened.
Well,
or
did
what
you
was
have
wrong.
5 temporary hit points and
Yeah,
it took it
that's
off?
still showing up too. And I
Seven,
swear I put it in,
seven
but I didn't
from
write it down.
one,
I'm sorry.
8 from the other.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't take. That's weird. But
7 from
now
one,
it's
8 from the other. Okay,
fine.
yeah,
Thank you.
cool. That was who has rolled for random portals and things of that sort as we make our way forward.
I have.
I have not.
Exo, you're up next. This is great.
All right.
You run out of the 7 Euphoria. To reward you, I will say that you find an unopened box of Little Debbie cakes that you know for a fact is not a mimic, and you just grab a whole box of them.
I'm gonna share with Noah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Also, can I cure wounds on myself while that is happening?
Yeah, you certainly can. I will say as
Okay,
you're
I'm gonna second level cure wounds.
Yeah, as you're
I'll
running
roll
forward
on
and things
thing.
of that sort. Exo, D100, please. You begin to make your way past the 7-Eleven until you get to a street that seems locked in a bit of gridlock. There are cars everywhere. The portals that are here are opening up on the ground as some of the cars have sort of gone in like halfway into the portal. You're seeing them open at random without seemingly stopping. Wow, you guys are rolling low tonight on all of them. For D100s, a 17.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Okay.
That's not a good
Um,
sound.
that's not. Uh. All
Zach is
right.
transported into an interdimensional cube again.
Um. Exo, you, yeah, you come running forward. You, you're making your way down the street, like sort of maneuvering in between cars. Saphiria's like shoving oatmeal cream pies into her mouth, and Noah is also seeing how many oatmeal cream pies they can fit in their mouth, until you hear someone screaming. All of you dart your head to the side to see a woman that is being accosted by what appears to be two men in these giant coats. These black coats, which are seemingly covering her face. You see the back of her as she's being like pulled by the arms by these men down this alleyway, and she's just screaming for help. Like she is being pulled forward, like by this man. She is wearing this like Saints cap that's covering like the back of her head, but she's wearing like a Saints black and gold jersey and what appear to be athletic pants and a long sleeve shirt covering her arms as she's being pulled into this alleyway.
We recognize the jackets.
Noah doesn't care. He's charging that way and actually bellowing at the moment.
Okay.
But you can still answer the question. I'm just...
History check.
$18.
Guidance.
They...
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. You can roll a d4 to assist with that.
20.
They're anachronistic. These are like 90s duster. Like I want to say like when Matrix got really big and everybody was Neo for that one Halloween and things of that sort. And these are straight from it. As Noah, you go running into the alleyway to stop them. This woman is being dragged towards a portal that's at the end of the alleyway. They've got her by the hands and she's just screaming like, no, please, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And they're walking towards the alleyway. As they look up, you see their eyes turn up. Have you ever seen the movie Coraline, Noah?
Not familiar with it, I'm afraid.
Human faces, sewn mouth, button eyes.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's not good. It's not what he doesn't like it.
Yeah. Noah, what do you do?
Nobody likes it.
Is there any way to do a diving tackle and get both of them?
Yeah. No.
Do I have the angle?
You go running past, like you'd have to run past her and try to like jump on them. As that happens, Noah, you go running around. Everybody else watches as Noah just immediately goes, "It's hero time!" Like just immediately goes running into the alleyway as you would expect. So here's what happens. As Noah dives and tackles them, Noah, you turn your head to look at her just in time to see her looking down at you with the same button eyes, bits of yarn dripping down from her open mouth. While the other two have their mouth sewn, her mouth is open, and you see that even the insides of her mouth are yarn and cotton and things of that sort. That is this almost like sewn together sort of individual. The three of them coalesce into Noah as you all come running around the alleyway. All you see in front of you now is a giant yarn ball, as if this is the largest cat toy in the world. Noah's air gets cut off. As this thing is wrapped around Noah, giant yarn ball style, and it's just holding you in place. We are going to go back into initiative order that we had before, but I'm going to reverse it to give everybody a second bite at the apple. So we're going to go Sabrina. You're up first. Sabrina, you see this giant yarn ball swallow Noah and fold around him, and it's moving constantly. It is this writhing mass of tentacles, cloth, and material.
Okay, gross. I I am going to pull out my rapier and I'm gonna channel some energy into it, and I'm gonna create my pact weapon.
Okay.
So my rapier goes from plain looking to kind of black, and it's got an eye near its hilt. And let me see. I just need to double check something about the pact weapon.
Okay, I'll say this. Sabrina pulls out the rapier that they've had on them at all times, and all of a sudden twists the sword like this. Their wrist seems to break. It stretches beyond the capabilities of where a normal human's wrist should be. Zach, your bird immediately goes, "Oh, that's not good." As the packed weapon manifests in the space, okay? For just a brief second, you get a strong undead presence that rises past Sabrina and sort of encompasses the entirety of the alleyway. The alleyway gets a little bit darker for just a split second, okay?
And then I am going to start yelling, singing "Don't Stop Believing" to give Wolf a bardic inspiration.
What is your bardic inspiration these days? A D8?
It's a D8.
All right, so you get
Nice.
a D8 on your turn. Noah, is that your turn, Sabrina?
That is my turn.
Okay. Noah, you are grappled by an entity, okay? You are currently blind, okay, because no light is able to enter into the space, and you are currently grappled. You can use your action to break this grapple and sort of tear this creature off of you as best as you are able to, or you can start attacking from inside in hopes to do enough damage that it lets you go.
Am I able to cast a spell? It would be verbal somatic is what I would be doing.
Yes, but you remember that you are blind and you are sort of discombobulated. You don't know which way is up. So keep that in mind.
I will, as I cast Thunderwave at 3rd level.
Okay.
And
Noah gathers up this energy, and there's this and then outward force, right, that explodes.
Yep, 15-foot cube originating on me.
Okay.
They need to make a Constitution saving throw, and it's 15.
This is perfect, bud. I did not account for this at all. As you gather up all of this energy, I gotta play this off. Noah burst outward from this encompassed area. However, the clothes have already absorbed. They're not here for Noah. The clothes have already absorbed the majority of Noah's clothing, as they think these are the predominant species on this planet. So Noah's got like boxers and like a white shirt. You know what I mean? Like, but Noah, Noah's got cool guy like Bugs Bunny boxers and a white shirt. You know what I mean? As these clothes have already sort of taken the other ones and start to crawl back towards the portal.
Let's go.
Maybe we should put on some pants today before we adventure.
Actually, his armor form fits to him.
Oh,
And
so you've got the onesie on.
So I've got the onesie. I've got the gold onesie.
He's got a gold onesie on. So now it looks like he looks like he's an extra from Barbarella, essentially. Like as you're getting closer and closer.
It probably doesn't do much to disguise anything. It is form fitting, but he is covered.
You're getting closer and closer to the foundation, making your way through the streets. I need one more roll from one of my team. As the largest portal that you've encountered so far manifest in front of all of you. Oh, okay, this is going to get trippy, gang. the large portal opens. Noah, Zach, Etheria, Exo, and Sabrina. Your nightmares step through this portal. The thing that scares you the most all begin to manifest and walk out of the realm of nightmares. So I'm going to ask you to get a little introspective when it comes to your characters here for a second. As all of your nightmares begin to slowly walk out. What are your characters afraid of? How would they manifest in a space like this as all 5 of you come to a screeching halt in front of these creatures that start sort of slithering out of the realm?
Something that looks like a facsimile of Exo's frame, but shattered bone and metal with screws coming through the skin across the torso, by the hip, down the leg, and slowly zombie kind of shambling out and howling in pain.
Yeah, reaching out towards you.
Yep.
Screaming at this point. Exo, you are frozen in place here. Actually, give me a wisdom save.
'23.
23. You are terrified of this potential future and things of that sort. And then all of a sudden your eyes dart to the side and it's got a Nokia. You're fine. Like, there's no way that this thing is... like, what is that a Tamagotchi with low batteries? Like, what is happening here? Like, there are these subtle details that are just off about it, that it looks like it was still forming in the process. Who else is ready? Who's next? Etheria.
Okay, so kind of an older woman with a very stern, scowly face walks out. She's got pearls, but you can't tell. There's kind of a mom vibe and a teacher vibe and a whole bunch of just angry, sour vibes going on. She's got a plate of Brussels sprouts in one hand. She's got a big pile of like homework and textbooks in the other hand. And there's also a chores list that's like locked in her fingers. And she's saying, all right, you're late for school. You got to finish your homework. You've got to get on a schedule. You've got to rehearse. And also you need to finish this plate of Brussels sprouts.
Wisdom save.
Oh, hello. Move. There. Yes. I'm not great at these. Let's find out.
You are not great at these.
Oh, no.
Gang, it's bad. Etheria starts crying. In the short time, I don't think I've ever seen Etheria get this scared before in any of the games that we've had, but Etheria...
Do we see what they see?
Everyone is seeing exactly what these things are as they walk out. Exo, you're able to push it down, but whatever this creature is as it's coming forward, like it's not... Yeah, it's bad. As this woman's just sort of lecturing and representing like responsibility. Sabrina.
Sabrina, there is a strange looking person that comes out of this portal that kind of looks like Sabrina, except with much more masculine features. And they look really sad. It is what Sabrina was before. And it's all the negative things that Sabrina ever thought about herself coalesced into her old visage. Comes out of this portal.
It's a deep sort of dread that this wisdom save as wisdom save to see if you can stand up against this.
Here's something I don't know if I want to say because this is way cool.
No, your aura does not, because
Okay, I
Noah,
just want. Okay,
what steps through the portal for you?
see, that's what I'm struggling with.
I got it.
Um,
If you don't have something,
eh, how does my dead mother step through the portal?
uh, I think instead what it manifests of is you see a malnourished Noah, small, forgotten, not found by mother and not found by father, forced to wander the wilderness without any sort of direction, almost feral in appearance, step through this as to represent what would have happened. Noah, give me a wisdom save.
It's going to be a 20.
Okay. Sabrina and Noah, you've passed. Zach, what steps through for you, bud?
It's weird. It's an absolutely formless, faceless humanoid, but every so often it blurs and it changes its face into one of the party members. Um, it would change into Noah's face with a scowl, just a hateful look on it. It would blur again. It'd change to an Ephiria's face who is bleeding, a broken horn, that kind of stuff. It would blur into an Exo who just cannot meet Zach's eyes. It would blur into a Sabrina with just a distraught, disheartened, just you did this kind of a look. It would blur into his mother, into his sisters. Just it would blur over and over and over into these different faces, and his true fear is not living up to their expectations or his expectations for himself on their behalf.
A wisdom save, Zach.
Oh, that's bad. That's a 7.
All of you managed to maintain your step here. Afiria and Zach had hit some of the hardest. You see them practically hyperventilating as these creatures walk out of this space, shambling forward. Noah, Exo, Sabrina, I think instinctively the three of you would try to put yourselves in between as you see their fears and you can at least understand them, and things of that sort. It's worse somehow for Afiria, even though you've just met her, and things of that sort. Afiria, Afiria, I need a D100, please.
Rolling. That is a 63.
Okay. It was a 60 or above for good stuff. Zach, I need a D100, please.
20.
Okay. It's a little worse, Zach. This creature manages to all of a sudden disappear from in front of you and end up right behind you. It's whispering in your ear and things of that sort. Like it's starting to envelop you as it whispers all of the deep, dark, terrible moments that you've envisioned over and over again as it's getting closer and closer. The multiverse is imploding in upon itself. These portals are gateways to other worlds. And for a brief second, you're wondering how anyone on Earth is going to come back from this. When out of nowhere, everybody hears a car horn go off. That this road has been blocked, but this car is, you're not sure how, driving on top of the other cars. The van itself has these giant wheels on it, and as they hit the horn, you hear La Cucaracha playing on the horn of the van itself, as a van driving over the top of it, like kind of like ramps up and over towards the portal, kind of does a spin, as you see this tiefling, like in the passenger seat, holding onto the wheel with their eyes closed. And you see this guy sort of like stop the car like this. And a girl is tethered to the roof of the van with an electric guitar. It's almost Mad Max style. The elven guy looks over and was like, "Keel, did you see that?" And Keel's like, the guy in the passenger seat's like, "God, I wish I could drive." With that, the person on top of the van starts playing guitar, and it is this weird rock version of Walk Like an Egyptian, with these vocals that seem to come from like the back of the throat, and as it does, the creatures in the space begin to flip out a little bit. As you watch as the driver sticks their head out, this big sort of lopsided grin, wearing a beanie, he looks over at Noah and he's like, "Nice beanie. You guys okay?"
Am I okay at this point? Like, am I out of it? Like,
As the music's playing, these creatures are starting to flip out, and it's pulling you back from whatever edge this was from.
yeah. Did the other things go through the portal, or do we need?
They're
to push
still
the button?
on the outer edge. They're just sort of screaming, like holding their ear as the girl up on the top of the van keeps playing like guitar.
Yeah. We just need to get these. We just need to get these through the portal.
Wait a second. These guys are from the portal?
Well, yeah. I mean, not those ones over there.
He looks over and he looks and you see the guy in the passenger seat go, "Absolutely not. Zephyr, absolutely not. We're not going. Zephyr, no. And he goes, and he taps the roof, and the girl playing the guitar goes, "Kid, what's your name?"
Mine is Superior.
She's like, "We gotta remember that." The van like does a whole like 360, turns around, and she's like playing. As you hear Keel say, "No, Zephyr, we're not going in the." And the van just sort of takes off. As it does, the van pushes through as you see an individual boom, 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 riding on top of the cars behind them all. A very proper looking, like suited British man who's pedaling a bike, being like, "I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life." Just over the cars, catches up to the van, and the van and the bike plow through the portal.
Poor Reggie.
Great.
So the other two are gone now. Like,
The creatures have all been
They got pushed right
disappeared
through?
as this other group was like, "Let's go mess stuff up in the nightmare plane." So they all go screaming off into the portal to bring hell to the nightmare plane.
well,
You
you're
broke
okay.
up. Yeah.
oh,
Heroes, you're close. It's been a night of running. You're almost exhausted, but you find yourselves getting to the car park that's in front of the Foundation. One last portal off to the side is open. I need one more roll. I think I'm missing one from somebody here.
I got it right here.
As the last portal opens up.
37.
37. How bad could it be?
How dare you? Really?
Oh.
oh no.
Okay. Shoot. The portal manifests in the space as the realm between worlds gets lost. Crud. I don't know how to justify this. Okay. Okay. You're running forward towards the building, and as you do, this plane opens up in front of you, and as it does, this golden box is like shot out of the plane. Okay, it looks ornate, it looks very colorful. As it gets it's shot out of the plane and hits the ground. You see an individual step out of the portal as if to come and pick up the box. The individual is beclad in what appears to be this shimmering platinum armor that is pearlescent, I guess, like that rainbowy sort of color to them. As they look up and see all of you, they get this very confused look. They look at the golden box and they go running back inside of the portal. As they do, they are casting Dispel Magic. Heroes
Which
not
direction?
to close the portal behind them, almost as if like this flew out. They're closing the door behind them. While it's casting, Heroes, this golden ornate box is there before you. It doesn't appear to have a hinge that opens, but on top of the box is an indent for a hand. It looks humanoid in nature.
Larger, smaller.
None of these planes are inherently bad. Zach, Sabrina, give me Arcana or History.
That's a natural 20.
Okay. Zach, the last time you saw one of these, it was at an auction and it was depleted, and you don't know where it came from. This is from a plane called the Plane of Answers. It is a place that individuals go when they are seeking answers to questions. The only purpose of the plane is for individuals to answer questions in order to escape the plane. This is an answer box. This is Mr. Meeseeks for Answers to the Universe. Everyone here gets one question to the DM from the answer box that I will answer truthfully. But based on the wording of the question is what kind of truthful answer you get. It's almost like one of those be careful what you wish for. Like if you wished for this bad guy to die, it might just send you forward in time 100 years to where they're dead or things. So you will get a completely 100% honest answer from me, but you have to be careful about how you word the question. But the golden answer box manifests on the ground in front of you as the portal to the answerable plane opens and then closes behind it. So I know this is pressure, but Heroes, each of you has one question to the universe that can be answered before the box disappears from this realm.
Crap.
And we know this is what our characters know. This is what we get.
Zach explains all of this to you as he spotted this at an auction, and when he spotted it at the auction, there was only one question left. Upon examining the box, you realize that it's not keyed to any one of you, so each of you has one question to the universe that you can ask that can be answered tonight. Before you enter into this battle with the Foundation and figure out what's going on, these are, and I apologize. I didn't expect you guys to get to this plane, so I'm kind of flying off the seat of my pants by the seat of my pants here.
Well, Noah walks up and what do I just put my hand on it?
You just put your hand on it.
He was asking Zach. He wasn't sure.
Yeah, you put it in the grooves.
How many Super Bowl rings am I going to win?
Noah, you get the answer from the universe of 0.
Must be more important things for me to do, I guess. That's all right. I like basketball too.
Zach will approach the box and put his hand on it.
Okay.
What is the exact date when I will no longer be cursed with undeath?
The box begins to shake as it's like it's sort of asking for a date, and it's like comparing information and things of that sort. It goes April 28th, 2143.
Okay.
Exos,
When they
Sabrina.
touch, yeah, when they touch the box, does it look like they're reacting to some type of feeling as they are making contact with it?
It's not tactical. It's not. It's or tactile. It's not. Like there's no shock or anything like that. Like it just seems like it's a more subtle working. Like it's ingrained in where this box comes from.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Exo is gonna walk up to the box and go, wow, what is this thing?
Oh,
The box goes. I am connected to the core of the planet Earth. Earth is a giant supercomputer designed to tell people the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Because I'm connected to the core of this mega computer and an offshoot, we can use the computing power of the Earth itself to answer questions.
Sweet. So can I ask my question now?
The box is inert.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, that's really cool.
I got one.
Okay.
Okay. Thank goodness the fairy's intelligent. She's impulsive, but she's intelligent. So she's thinking really hard as she goes up because she doesn't know a lot about where we are, what we're supposed to be doing. She just knows there's something important we're supposed to be doing. So she says, what is a thing that I could easily and immediately obtain that will help us in this battle?
What is a thing
I could easily and immediately obtain that will help us in this battle?
You are led over towards a dumpster at the side of the building. Inside the dumpster is a black garbage bag at the very bottom of several large garbage bags. In that garbage bag is what appears to be a yogurt-covered ID badge that someone threw away within the garbage either on purpose or by accident. The ID badge is coded to one Thomas J. Morrow.
Okay. All right. She uses she said, thank you, box. I appreciate it. And then I'm going to use, I think I pressed dictation to clean it up. Yeah, I do. Okay. So I'm going to clean up that badge a little bit.
It's a derpy picture, but it is cleaned of old yogurt. All right. Sabrina.
All right. Because I am a fan of Marvel movies, and this is very Doctor Strange for me. Um, I'm gonna walk up and put my hand on the box. Um, and I'm gonna ask, um, is this? Hold on. Because this reminds me of this scene where Doctor Strange tells Tony Stark that there's one version of the universe. And so she's gonna ask, is this the version of the universe where we can win this fight?
Is this the version of the universe where we could win this fight?
Where we can win this fight.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need.
The box immediately sprouts little legs and little tiny like robotic arms and brushes some dirt and grime off and immediately walks into the night.
Awesome.
You're muted, Wolf.
Dang, I should have asked which universe I win Super Bowl rings in.
The five of you look up towards the foundation. The gigantic form of Gozer still attached to those golden chains holding it in place. You know that somewhere within this building is Martin, who has made a pact to save Noah, your father's life, and that's part of the reason why he's here. As all five of you look up towards the roof, the front doors of the foundation open up. The lights are on. An individual with a clipboard steps out. He is a tall individual, his clothes cleanly pressed, and he goes, yes, we've been expecting you. Right this way. And he steps into the room and just sort of sweeps his arm forward towards the bank of elevators. One of the elevator doors ding open. There don't appear to be any buttons on the outside of it as he gestures towards the elevator.
I go.
Yeah.
I head into the elevator.
The five of you step into the elevator. As you do, and those doors close in front of you, the elevator goes up and up and up, seemingly forever, until it opens up onto the roof of this building, until you are face to face with a chained elder god. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode. There
Rainbow
are
Bright.
2 enemies for next week's giant battle. The chain form of Gozer and Johnny, the warlock broker. Okay. I will say a little bit more that Martin was standing over him at this point, looking somewhat weakened, as if he has utilized his magics to bring him about. And we're going to start next week's episode before the summer break with exactly what happened between Martin and Johnny. And then we'll get back into the swing of things, as I'm going to say this. You're going to need it. That was the most comfortable elevator ride in the history of the world. One might even consider it long restful. Okay? Next week, it's going to be a battle-tastic, I need you to go over your abilities, go over your spells. We got to go quick. There's only 2 big baddies on the field, but they've got enough legendary actions between the 2 of them and lair actions between the 2 of them that you're going to need to be on your A game for next week. Okay? All right. Cool. I love you. Indigo Connect. We're going to heart hands out. And thanks for breaking the veil between worlds for all of us. I love you. Have a good night.